Yo, what's up? What's that logo up there? Saturday night main event. Guys, it's Saturday night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, technically, on Sunday here in Scotland, in the UK. My name is Ryan Milkey. You might know me from other places on YouTube, but we are here today on Wrestle Realm. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hit the like if you're new. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be talking pretty much off the cuff. I haven't got anything prepared. I've literally just come off the back of watching Saturday night's main event over on the WWE YouTube channel that was being shown for free on YouTube, but it was unlisted and it wasn't available in every single country. Like, my American friends couldn't watch the link that I was watching on. We were also seeing different camera angles. It was a pretty bad affair. Let's just put it that way. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Right, for now. I don't know. I went into this with so much hype and so much anticipation, and I've come out with it so dejected, so disheartened, and it's like, is that really how you're going to end 2024? Probably one of the best ever wrestling years? I don't know. Guys, I'm not alone. Tonight, I'm joined by my horseman brother. You don't know him a lot over on this channel. He's been here through the videos that we started, but he's going to be here a lot more. So please welcome in my brother from another mother, my horseman brother, Charles from Poppin, Missouri. How you doing, brother?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
I'm good. How are you? How's your evening been? I know you've been sat with me for the last couple of hours watching that show.
So, oh man, I have so many things to say. Usually when it comes to wrestling, I'm kind of quiet, laid back. I don't have much to say. But man, tonight irked me. I'm not going to lie. Tonight irked me a little bit. So we'll get into that. Yeah, it's been a good day otherwise.
Yeah, it has. I know you've been working away on some of the ventures that you do on YouTube. You've been doing some lasering stuff, and it's been fun. It's been a good, fun day.
Yeah, it has.
And then tonight, yeah, it happened. I said to you, do you want to hang out backstage and we'll watch the pay-per-view? It's a regular thing. We've done it for a couple of years now, haven't we? We've always been doing it here, there, and everywhere with the odd pay-per-view now and then. And tonight was no different. You know, we got together. You got a couple of beers. I'm hanging out here, and it started off pretty well, honestly. I'll give you that. I will give you that. We'll get straight into it, though. You know, Saturday night main event. This is our immediate review straight after the show. No preparing, no notes, no nothing. So we probably will be a little bit umbly here, there, and everywhere with it. But to give it its credit, the show started very well. I was very happy with the way it started. The look, the graphic, the intro for WWE when it showed all of the new current wrestlers in the style that we had from the 80s was fantastic. And it really made me feel like this is going to be a great show. Charles, how did you think about the beginning of the show?
I unfortunately did not see it. I was dealing with a customer at that time. I came in about 10 minutes into the show. So
okay.
I'll have to go back. It's on Peacock. I can go back and watch it. But I told you last night we were talking about it. And growing up, I remember wrestling every Saturday, every Sunday night for like 2 hours, I think, on Saturday, maybe an hour on Sunday, something like that. And we would watch it religiously every week. Tonight, just, yeah.
I hear you, brother. So, from what you came into, were you enjoying the show? We started with Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
We made our predictions over on the Horseman live stream on Friday night over on my main channel. Description is down below, guys, if you want to check out where that is. Ryan Milkey 14. Yeah, we did our predictions over there, and we both were different on this one. I said that Drew was going to win, and you thought that Sami was going to win. But I give every credit to you because you've been completely out of the world of wrestling for the last couple of weeks or even months. Yeah. But, you know, your last knowledge was pretty much Bad Blood. So anything that's happened after Bad Blood to now, Charles hasn't really had any inkling or knowledge as to what's been going on. So I get it with his predictions. But Drew did win. Drew came back. So in the grapevine, I did hear that Drew came back because there was the injury to Jey Uso, and Jey Uso broke his foot. apparently Jey Uso was supposed to be in that spot, and he got shifted around so that Drew came back and went against Sammy. So it was kind of obvious that Drew was going to win, I think. What did you think of that match? It was a pretty good match.
That match was a Saturday Night Fever match for me. It was a good match. It was well-rounded. It ended the way you wanted it to. It ended the way I thought it was going to. But you know me, I always go off the cuff, and I pick Sami Zayn because he's got a nice beard. Whatever. But no, I agree. That was a good match. I enjoyed that match. That did remind me of, I don't remember what they called it. It was Saturday night. And I'm going all the way back, guys. I'm not even going WWF. I'm going WCW is when I watched it. NWA, WCW, Saturday night on TBS, Turner Broadcasting. Is when
was it Nitro? Saturday Night Nitro?
Nope. Monday night was Nitro. But we had Saturday night. It was like 2 hours, and then I think Sunday was like an hour, something like that. But that's what I grew up with. Like, we had a tradition of we'd get our work done at the house and on the boat, and whatever we had to do, we'd cook some frozen pizzas, and we'd sit down in front of the TV and watch it. Dad would fall asleep, halfway through it or at the end of it, and then we lived our life. But that was me growing up. And the first match, man, it brought back memories of that in our old house with our old furniture and an old carpet and the old console, the big screen console TV that spun just a little bit. It brought back those memories. As we went along, those memories faded. And we'll talk about that.
Yeah, they did. And I love how you just told me that story. You just took me down that memory lane, and it was fantastic because that's what wrestling can still do. And this is why I'm still, we're still here as grown-ass men talking about men in spandex jumping around a ring, because the stories that they can tell and the stories that they invoke because of the memories that we had as children. And for me, there is no better form of acting than being a WWE superstar at the top of your game, because you are on screen pretty much every damn week, unless you're Roman Reigns and you've got a meal ticket to only appear once a month. But the big stars, they're acting every single night. Like, you have these massive stars in Hollywood. They only have to turn the light on when the camera's on. They're only filming for a couple of months a year, and then they get this big notoriety and this big celebrity fame because of being in this cool movie. But the WWE superstars get overlooked, and I think they're the constant workhorse of the acting community, in my opinion, and that's just the way I feel on wrestling a little bit. And yeah, hey yo, All Things Wrestling Podcast. Good to see you in the chat, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate it. We know that these lives aren't going to be seen by the masses at the moment. We are a very small channel, 30-something subscribers, so appreciate it if anyone can just share it out to your friends, to your neighbors, to your dogs, cats. Anybody who wants to watch this shit show review for Saturday Night Main Event, because as Charles just said, it pretty much goes nosedive straight off a cliff. It irks me. It irks me a lot. The second match, what did we get for the second match? That was Io Sky.
It was Liv Morgan and Io Sky.
Liv Morgan and Io Sky. What did you think about that one?
It was all right. My opinion, you could tell from the beginning what the outcome was going to be. Just the way I don't want to say this, but I'm going to. Just the way the choreograph went, you could tell that the outcome was going to be the outcome. I think it ended very 1 out of 10. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah, they hadn't built the story up in the ring for you to even care about the finish.
No.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And to be honest, I'm going to give you your credit for that because I've been feeling that way for a while with Liv Morgan. I love Liv Morgan as a superstar and as a character, but I just don't think she has what it takes to be the very top of the superstardom. I think Rhea Ripley has that. I genuinely do think that Rhea Ripley has that. But I think she's had it for a little bit too long. I can see what you're saying about the cookie cutter kind of wrestling match between the two ladies in this match tonight. It was very cookie cutter safe performing move. Although Liv Morgan did take a massive knee to the face, which was pretty brutal.
She did, which busted her open. Yeah. So yeah.
Go ahead.
You know how I feel about Rhea Ripley, and anybody who's watched any of our shows knows how I feel about Rhea Ripley. But I agree with you. This is not biased by any means, but she's a perfect package, I think. Where Liv Morgan, she's good mechanically, sort of. She's still got some flaws. She's still younger. She hasn't had the years, I don't think, that some of the other women have. And I just think that's her flaw. But they want to push her out there because she's the good-looking blonde, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely and utterly 100% agree. Because for me, the better-looking blonde is yet to return with Alexa Bliss. And I don't mean better looking as in physically beautiful. They're both absolutely stunning girls. But I do think that in the world of wrestling and in the world that being a superstar, especially in the women's roster, holds, I think Alexa Bliss just has that aura. I think she's the connection with Bray Wyatt. She has the connection with the Wyatt Six. That's still to come and that's still to unveil, if that is even going to happen. So I just don't know. I feel like she's cookie cutter and she's only in that place because there's certain people aren't here right now. That makes sense.
Yeah, what happened with the Wyatt Six? I mean, why have we not heard anything more about that?
They've been fighting on Raw and SmackDown. They've been going against the what's the name of the group? Karrion Kross's group. They've been going against Karrion Kross.
Yeah, but I don't think we've had the big, huge explosion like we expected. They built up, but there's been no real big boom. Here's the Wyatt Six. It's kind of been like, there's this dude and this girl, you know. And again, I haven't been around wrestling that much, but from what I pick up bits and pieces. That's just my opinion. So
it's a very good opinion, though. So. Yeah, no, that's fair, but it's a very good opinion, and very valid. And you know, you're pretty much hit the nail on the head. The best thing about the Wyatt Six, if we are literally gonna bring this down to, you know, toothpicks and hand grenades, then it's literally the best thing about them has been the build up to them arriving, like the whole cryptic stuff that was happening with all the stuff that was going on around the internet. And then their arrival was absolutely fantastic. When what they did with the WWE Arena that day blew my mind. But then everything after it has kind of been like blah, and it does not feel connected to Bray Wyatt in any way. Like they did this segment when they came out the other day, and they were talking. It was the chair was rocking, and I think it was supposed to symbolize that Bray was on the chair as a spirit, and all this stuff. And it completely took me out of it because I don't believe in any of that crap, and I don't want the Wyatt Six to turn into a supernatural element on the WWE. I just want them to be what they are, which is good wrestlers and, you know, homegrown talent. Darth Ginger is in the chat. A wild Darth Ginger has appeared. So if you have any Pokeballs to hand, throw them because you might catch one. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you very much for clicking the link in the group chat, the Media Moguls group chat. Anybody who doesn't know what it is, then stay tuned to this channel because we'll be talking about it a hell of a lot. And I even have a logo in the top corner above Charles's head right there. There is the Media Moguls logo. So you will be seeing that more often with collaborating videos and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, we've got the main event back in the corner. And it's nice to see people are in the chat.
I'm part of that chat as well. I'm not all that vocal, but again, I've been away from wrestling for the last 4 months, basically.
Yeah.
So
Darth Ginger says it was a great show tonight. Darth Ginger, I'm sorry, I disagree. It was good for the first half. The first match was really good. The second match was even the Gunther match, and we're going to get onto that in a minute. Was kind of mediocre, but I kind of knew what was going on with it.
Yeah,
I don't know. So I just want to say I got all my predictions correct this evening. Every single one of them that I made, I got right from Friday night. So a round of applause for myself and a pat on my own back. I'm ahead, and I think I'm in front even against the AI. It was a predictable show, but the matches were good. So Darth Ginger, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but my biggest issue is the main event. With the shenanigans that happened in the main event, I just think that match held. What was the fucking point of having the Winged Eagle if you were going to do something stupid like that? With the whole shenanigans with the referees and all that kind of stuff, there was no emphasis on the title whatsoever. KO package pile drived Cody after it went off the air. See, and this is what pisses me off, and this is what, if you're watching now on the Wrestle Realm YouTube channel, there's a video that went up while we were live watching it. Because I was getting some stupid, and I'm going to swear now, so if there's any children listening, maybe want to cover their eyes. There he is, sorry. But I'm fucking pissed off because I was watching it on YouTube. They didn't even advertise that it was free on YouTube for people that might want to watch it on there, like people in the UK that don't have the streams to Peacock and all that kind of stuff. It was an unlisted video in the YouTube WWE YouTube channel that wasn't available in the United States to watch. It was only like a UK stream that I must have had hold of. And every 10 minutes, I'm shitting you not, every 10 minutes there was a black screen that said, "Thank you for watching. We are taking a commercial break." Every 10 minutes. I think Kevin Owens sat in the middle of the ring while we all went through advertisements, and then Cody came out.
It was close. It was close 5-6 minutes there. Yeah.
Yeah, the show did a hard out for Saturday Night Live here on NBC. I thought Owens was going to return. I thought Orton was going to return tonight to cast Owens' title, and that's what Charles was saying while we were watching it live. He was like, they're emphasizing Orton. Yeah, they're emphasizing him. They did the RKO on the table. They were talking about him.
They kept saying, "That's an Orton move. That's an Orton move. That's an Orton move. Oh, that's Orton. That's Orton. That's." I'm like, they're saying his name to me. It's like Beetlejuice. I'm not gonna say it 3 times, but it's like that day. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I completely.
And then when he didn't show up, I was like, we'll see. So.
I'm liking all the sentiments that everyone's getting though today, and a lot of people were thinking the same stuff. It's great. So let's just quickly go through the Gunther match with Gunther, Damian, and Finn Balor. What did you think of that match?
I predicted that one right. That was one of the ones I got right. I think it was lackluster as well. I really do. I mean, there were good points. Like Danger Ginger. Yeah, that's hard to say. It was good for what it was. You know, that match for me. There's so many things that could have happened for that. But again, like a pay-per-view, a lot of times they'll run over. So if they're scheduled for 4 hours, they go 4 hours and 10 minutes. Where this one was scheduled for 2 hours, they're on a hard out for 2 hours.
And it was also no pay-per-view.
20 minutes. Exactly. It's like scheduled TV, basically. We know we're out in 2 hours. So we have to cut this one. We know we need 18 minutes for this match and 12 minutes for Cody to come out because Jesus Christ, it took him freaking forever to come out. And I think that just affects every match before that, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Danger points out a good point here. Only reason Priest got added was so it wasn't heel versus heel, because we have Finn Balor heel of Judgment Day and Gunther mega heel. Although I don't know if I would call Gunther a heel, honestly.
I was just going to ask you that. Do you consider Gunther a heel? I mean, who's he a heel to?
Because he's the leader of Imperium, and Imperium are definitely a heel. Like Ludwig Kaiser is a heel, and he's the leader of Ludwig Kaiser. So you would say by definition there he is. Gunther is just getting cheers because of how good he is. I agree. Kind of like MJF. I agree completely with that. MJF is like Marmite. You either love him or hate him. He gets cheers. Yeah, MJF gets cheers because of how good we know. Yeah, I agree. I love these. Nice. Love these comments. These are great. Same with Gunther. Definitely. Yeah. So for me, it was a little bit underwhelming again because I don't enjoy predicting every one of them right. Yeah, it's cool to have bragging rights to be like, oh my god, I got all of them right. But do you understand? To me, that's disheartening because I'm not getting no surprises here. I'm not getting no. This was really cool. It's like, oh, I predicted that. Like the best surprise of the evening for me was Chelsea Green becoming the first inaugural championship for the belt for the tournament because I think that she is the most deserved person on the pay-per-view to have a title that night. She has been a workhorse for the WWE for such a long time. I just remember the chair bump that she did at the Money in the Bank, where it was two massive ladders and she fell off it and she went through the table. It was unbelievable what she through. Yeah, unbelievable what she put herself through. And it's 6 months down the line, and she's now being thanked for that and given a title. So yeah, for me, the Chelsea Green match was way better than the Gunther match. I already knew the Gunther was going to win. The stuff going on between Finn and Damien was too much of a obvious conundrum for them to get over. Yeah, Chelsea earned that championship and the right to be the first women's US champion. Yes, she did, Danger Ginger. Very well said.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to keep a hold of it for long. She's probably going to lose it. But anyway, what does a mid-card title even mean? Like, you're not the big one. You're not the big woman. You're not going to be on the billboards. It's just a mid-card title. Like, I'm all for titles in WWE, and the more the merrier. Kind of just don't go too overboard. But there's a video coming out on New Year's Day where there's 11 titles in the WWE if you don't include NXT. So just Raw and SmackDown, there is 11 titles.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something, sorry?
Do they still have the U.S. Men's Championship, or is it Intercontinental now?
We've got the Intercontinental and we've got both.
Yeah. So I mean, the intermediate. There you go again. So, yeah.
Titles, regardless of mid or top, are used for two reasons. Title is to put somebody to elevate the talent, or the title is to put on a top star to elevate the title. Yeah. So right now, with that point, they are elevating the title then, because I believe that that's going to eventually get to be put on somebody else. My question to you now, though, chat, is now with these new belts being out, does that mean that nobody in the WWE is currently a Grand Slam champion? Because nobody has owned every single title that the WWE has actively. So therefore, they would no longer be at Grand Slam? How does that work? Would you say that they're Grand Slam pre that title or after that? Because people like to say that they've had them all, you know? So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Both men's card titles are still there. Nakamura just beat Knight for it. Yeah, Nakamura's the title. See, I like LA Knight as champion. I think Chelsea holds it till Mania. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Grand Slam champions are by era. Okay, so now that we're going into the Netflix era, these titles are okay. So you need to be a Netflix Grand Slam era champion. Understandable.
I would say that's also why they brought the U.S. Championship back for the women. We're going into the new era. So why not have a new champion?
I'm all for women having titles. Like, if the men have a title, then the women should have a counterpart to that title for sure. Yeah, interesting. So let's talk about the main event then. So the main event was Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens came out with a really long intro kind of thing. He just walked out. I did make a note of saying to you when Cody came out, I noticed something very poignant. But every single wrestler tonight that walked down that runway decided to avoid all of the fans that were there. It was quite a tight runway as it is. And all of the fans, Chelsea Green does it because it's her personality. She's like, ooh, get off me. Like, you're not a common person. That's her personality. That's her character. Kevin Owens, he's the heel against the babyface tonight. And he did it too. It was just very obvious that they were avoiding contact with the general public. Cody came out. God, he touched every single hand that was reaching out to him. He was like the second coming of Jesus Christ if he ever came the first time. If that's, again, kayfabe, that's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. The roster for the women's are super deep. Yeah, I completely agree, Danger. I'm loving the WWE women's titles. Rosters at the minute. It's fantastic. But back to the main event real quickly. Kevin Owens came out, and I'm like, okay, cool. And he sat in the ring. We get a wide shot of the crowd. Very nice, awesome WWE production. And then I literally get a 5-minute cue in a black screen. Thank you for watching. We are on a commercial advertisement break. Thank you for watching. We're on a commercial advertisement break. And I got that for 2.5 minutes. And then when that ended, I got another fancy commercial graphic that said Saturday Night Live. We are taking a commercial break. And I'm like, this wasn't a PLE. No, I get it wasn't a PLE. But if you're going to show it on YouTube, they need to figure out a way to sort that gap, because I watched the view count go from 55,000 viewers at one point to 20-something viewers just because the ads came on. So WWE lost a lot of revenue that way. And I don't think Netflix would be happy if that was the case either. And I'm just scared that they're trying to trial all these ways to do this. And then Netflix comes, because I'm sorry, but if we all think that we're going to get I'm in the UK, so it's different for me, right? But if we all think we're going to get WWE for free with our Netflix subscription, we're pissing up a tree. We're not. Netflix is going to go up in price in 12 months. And if it doesn't, then they're going to add a live subscription fee that will have advertisements involved. It's not going to be ad free.
I agree with you. I think the live subscription thing will start next year. Maybe, January 1 of like 26, because we're getting Christmas NFL games here. We're getting WWE next year. I think if anything, it might start maybe as early as June or July of 25, but for sure January 1 of 26. Something happens and we get a live. You can get Netflix. You get Netflix Live.
Because currently in the current platform of Netflix, you don't get advertisements. We watched the Jake Paul boxing match the other week, and there was no advertisements during the main event.
I mean,
AEW and WWE are always claiming that they give us these 1-hour commercial-free opening Raw episodes. Why wouldn't you put them in the bank if you have those kind of things available as a company with the TV provider? Why wouldn't you say, we don't really want to go an hour free this Monday because it's just a Monday. Maybe we could cherry pick this from here and just lift it to the pay-per-view at the end of the month, and we'll have an hour at the end of the night where we'll be commercial free at the end of the night for an hour. That would bring in more revenue in my eyes to the company, because people would know for the last hour of the pay-per-view, you're not going to get any distractions. You're going to be able to be brought straight into that world.
In all reality, the last hour is the best match anyways. It's the main event. You don't want to miss a second.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that it comes down to the station and normal broadcast TV that doesn't work. Yeah. I like it though, and I appreciate you chatting in the chat. This is very much appreciated. Makes live streams go so much easier when you guys also have an opinion on the things that we're talking about at the same time.
Here as well. Well, with all that different stuff, they still had to do ads because it was on broadcast as well. So anybody who had cable, who has NBC on their cable plan, which is, if you have cable, you're going to have NBC, was watching as well.
Okay.
So they had to pay for it that way as well. So it wasn't just, if it was just on Netflix and just on YouTube, which is going to be, that's different. But with it being still on cable and a little bit, satellite, whatever, they got to have the ads. So.
But then I want to throw at you back. I have YouTube Premium, Charles, and I was still forced to watch ads today on YouTube. I
do
was
as well.
forced to watch ads today on YouTube for a live stream that I pay a feature for to not have ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
And WWE forced me to watch their own broadcasted black screen ads for the rest of the evening. It was just strange, and it was a little bit annoying. If it was just streaming, they would be treated probably more like a PLA. Okay. So yeah, maybe I was a little bit harsh on the advertisements at the start, but not understanding thoroughly that it was just a normal broadcasted television episode. But it's just a little bit weird. With YouTube, they're just broadcasting what's on NBC. Oh, okay. Okay, see, I didn't know all this stuff. I thought they were trialing it out and they were putting it on YouTube because they never told anybody about it. It's an unlisted link, which was very strange, and it didn't work in the United States either. I don't know. I think Poppins just stepped out very quick. Oh, he's back. There we go.
It did not work for me. The link, so
Yeah,
it was not
the link
available.
didn't work in America.
Yeah.
It wasn't advertised there either. Yeah, I completely get that. And Ginger's saying that YouTube was just broadcasting what was on NBC.
Oh yeah, yeah. They were just pulling it from whatever they're broadcasting over there and putting it on their own. So basically, they were copywriting themselves.
Yeah, kind of. So that's it. Okay, the pay-per-view went off air. There was no other shenanigans that happened. Randy Orton didn't come back. Nobody attacked Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens apparently never attacked Cody Rhodes on air, but apparently off air he gave him a pile driver. So
you could.
What does that mean? That Cody is now going to be out of action for a couple of weeks?
Oh, I'm sure. Till at least
January 6th. Randy was with the same move, so.
There you go. At least until January 6th.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Very interesting. Nothing happened till off air with the pile driver to Cody and the argument with Triple H and Kevin Owens, which I just read about. Okay. Darth Ginger, if you have any videos, or if you are proficient on X, on the old Twitter platform machine, please follow me over there, RyanMilky14 or WrestleRealm, and send me stuff, tag me stuff, because I'm going to start doing videos where we talk about like reactions of stuff after pay-per-views, and I'll just bring up the Twitter feed and we'll just go through the Twitter feed. So if you send me something, it'll be in there, and you'll get shout out and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's going to be started building the community and just talking about wrestling on a weekly basis. So any wrestling news, injury updates, all that kind of stuff, if you think it's worthy to be shared and talked about on a stream and you want shout out for it, then just tag me on X over there, because yeah, I'm just big on Twitter, X, mostly IceG. Perfect. Just send me wherever you want to send it, and we'll get some stuff in the content, because it's going to be good.
Yep. I can't even find X on the keyboard, so
it's next to Z and C.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought that was crosshairs.
If you ever need another person for your panel, let me know and I can do it. I'll join. Danger, you are down, my friend. That's what we want to do, guys. We want to build a community, and if you guys feel confident that you want to come on screen and you've got a voice and you've got a camera and a microphone and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, and all we ask is that you don't do something that's going to get us demonetized, and you're more than fine. You can come up here, you can drink, you can smoke, you can swear. This is an adult conversation about adult men in spandex jumping around a ring. So there is no commitments or anything like that here. It's the start of something new, but it's the start, and we're going to be moving forward every time. Charles, what did you think of this pay-per-view, Saturday night main event? Just know that there will be more of them to come. There's another one in January, I think. What did you think? How should we go with the scoring? This is the first one we're doing properly on the channel. How should we do? 5 stars, 10 stars? How do we want to do this? So we do with the 5 stars, like Dave. You'll be a mainstay on here, so we can do like the 5-star Dave Meltzer review kind of thing.
Okay, out of 5, man.
Yeah.
So am I taking memories of the old Saturday Night Wrestling into account, or just looking at this in a whole?
As a whole,
That's my question.
I want you to vote with stars as a whole for taking everything into account, how you felt at the start and how you felt at the end. Because at the start of the pay-per-view, you could be like, this is 5 stars, and then by the end of it, you might lose a couple. So,
okay, but my question is, am I taking my memories of watching Saturday Night Wrestling into account while watching this, or just this show, this 2-hour block? That's my question.
I can't answer that question for you because that's how you perceive to go into the pay-per-view with your feelings or not. I would say you would, though. I would say you would take them in.
Okay. So I'll start here. Watching just this 2-hour block, out of 5, I'm probably going to give it... I'll give it an easy... I'll give it a 3. Okay?
Okay.
Looking back at the old WCW, NWA, Saturday Night, I think it was Saturday Night Fever, if I can remember right. I'll have to look it up. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Because Monday night was Nitro. They had Saturday night. Compared to that back in the day as a kid, I'm going to give it like a 0.5. Back then, I mean, those guys beat the shit out of each other for like peanuts. And it was so much more entertaining. But I understand. That is literally... No, I'm going to date myself here. That's 30 years ago, too. A lot has changed in the industry in 30 years. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it, I don't know, Tonight Show out of 5. I'm gonna revamp it. I'm gonna say 2.9. I'll give it more than a 50%, but I'm not gonna give it an 80%. 2.9.
Okay. So I'm going to make an executive decision right now and say that we don't go with decimal points on this stream. So by default, we round up to 3 stars. So it'll be marked in the calendar books that you gave 2.9, but the score sheets will state 3 stars. For easier editing purposes. But thank you for your opinion. It's a very good opinion and very valid and very thought out. Danger in the chat has been letting us know a lot, which I absolutely love. You're my favorite kind of viewer on YouTube, genuinely. Love the people that talk loads. I always feel like I'm talking too much in chats and I'm turning people off. He says Meltzer is a tool. I completely agree. He's an old man who hasn't grown with the business and still has old biased opinions. Just this show, in his opinion, he gives it 4 out of 5 without taking into account old Saturday night main events. Wrestling is a different today than it used to be. Kayfabe is also a different now. Kayfabe is dead, in my opinion, right now.
We talked about that how many times.
And I say 4 out of 5 because it kept me entertained the entire show. Unfortunately, I couldn't be entertained the entire show because I was constantly waiting for the imminent advertisements to hit. I knew that they were going to hit. As soon as it got good, it was going to hit, which is just the way it was, and I have to swallow that. So for me, I'm going to give it 3 stars out of 5. I think the biggest downfall for Saturday night main events in 2024 was that they focused too much on nostalgia and they lost storyline along the way. I feel like the ref bumps were very much an 80s kind of thing in wrestling. They were comical, how crazy the ref interferences were and all that kind of stuff back in the day. And it was good and it wasn't good at the same time. Right now, you have the 4K crystal clear. Every single angle of every single part of that ring is on a camera at some point. And I just feel like the botches don't always work. and the ref bumps and all that kind of stuff. The first one was okay. Like, Charles Robinson took an absolute clanger of a hit that first time. And then the second one was funny and it was obvious and okay, whatever. I would have much rather have seen Kevin Owens retaliate after the fact. I don't know why they did that off air. That really annoys me because not everybody has the chance to see that kind of stuff when it goes off like that. I just got a black screen as soon as I see Cody holding the title up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so long story short, I feel like they concentrated too much on nostalgia and therefore lacked in story. 3 stars out of 5 for me. So, and 3 stars isn't good. It's mediocre. It's in the middle. It's like you didn't excite me. You didn't give me anything to talk about really. Although I've been live for 41 minutes talking about it. Yeah, that was about it. 3 out of 5 for me.
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with Danger Ginger. I think it was something we see on Monday or Friday night. It was nothing special to me. I think
you're right. We'll see it Monday night. I don't think we'll see it Friday because Friday was pre-taped and that's already done. That's the battle royale in the big building on Friday night.
But I think what he's saying is it was nothing elaborate. It was nothing special. It was a regular Monday Night Raw. It was a regular Friday Night SmackDown. It was nothing.
But I don't believe that because Michael. But I personally don't think that was just a normal Monday night episode of Raw, or it was supposed to just be a normal television episode because Michael Cole hasn't shut up about the fucking thing for 4 weeks. It's been main event, Saturday night, main event. He's tagged this show more than he has pay-per-views.
Well, if I want to sell you a car, I'm not going to stop talking about it until you buy it. Right?
But the way you hype it up, it's like it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I know back in the day, none of the titles really did change hands either. So, it was always Hogan just defending his belt most of the time. But I'm happy I got all 5 right. I'm just a little bit tainted with, okay. Tonight also didn't need a lot of storytelling. Darth, you're a better man than me, my friend. You're very, you're very straight with it. Like, not a lot seems to be affecting you with the story. But I don't know. I just remember how good 2024 has been. Like, you guys don't know this, but this channel was created and birthed at the start of 2024. I was going to jump on this bandwagon then, and I didn't for some reason. I was a little bit late to the Bray Wyatt storyline and the Wyatt 6 storyline and what was going on with them, and I was just super detailed with following it. And I didn't do live streams, and then Vince McMahon got accused of all this crazy crap, and I just didn't think it was the right time to go live. And then we got WrestleMania. Cody finishes the story. Amazing. The Rock, everything. Roman Reigns. Just such a fantastic year for the WWE and wrestling as a general. And then they ended it like this. Now, I don't want to have to remember how 2024 ended with that Saturday night pay-per-view. Because the next one coming now is January 6th, Netflix. And I as a UK guy who has a love for American politics and American wrestling and American people and everything American, I think it's going to be funny to ask, where are you guys going to be on January 6th? Because I know where I'm going to be.
Are you storming the Capitol as well?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna storm the Capitol.
I already got my moose hat, yeah.
I've learned a lot from people in the business. Oh, I like it.
Nice.
So I have an inside understanding of booking.
Love to have you on the live.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got Ginger in the name, and you can see I've got Ginger all over my face. So you're more than welcome to come hang out with us. It'd be a great time.
Not.
Maybe, no, you are not. Carlos might have a bit of Ginger in him, though. He might have been with a Ginger girl at one point. I'm sure
Carlos
he's been
probably has. Yeah, I might have one as well. Who knows?
Oh, I don't know. Well, guys, that's about it. We are gonna get out of here. Content that's coming forward on this channel, I'll let you guys know a little bit about it. There's a video coming out on New Year's Day where myself, Poppy Missouri, and Michael from All Things Wrestling Podcast, we will be giving you predictions for who we think will be champion in 2025 across the 11 titles that are across Raw and SmackDown. So men's, women's, US, WWE, Universal, all that kind of stuff. We're going to give you 2 each who we believe will be champion at some point in 2025. And then we'll recap it at the end of the year and see who won. We're also going to have AI join in with us as well. So there'll be 4 predictions for each championship. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really interesting. Check that out on New Year's Day. Live streams after Raw's SmackDown. Tomorrow I have my show, so I'll post a link in the chat. Y'all can join. Absolutely fantastic. Let me know what time tomorrow, and I'll be definitely there. I appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, if it's time I'm available, I will definitely be there.
Yeah, just know that I'm in the UK and I'm 6 hours behind Central America Standard Time. So if it's 6 p.m. in America, it's midnight in the UK.
So 5 Eastern, so it should be 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah. Okay.
I should be back from what I have to do tomorrow by that time.
11 p.m. my time is perfect, bro. I can watch your live stream and then jump over to the Luau. Well, I can watch your live stream, play some Fortnite, and then go watch the Luau on Sunday night. Also, please tell the people where they can find you and what you've got coming up on your channel.
Popping in the Show Me State, Poppin, Missouri, whichever. They both still work. Surprisingly, I've changed the name like 2 years ago. We've got some laser videos coming up. We have Funko Pop videos coming up. We have autograph videos. I'm looking at a pile of stuff over there that's got to be opened up. We used to be huge in Funko. We're not so much, but as you can see, we're got a collection. We're reverting more towards autograph stuff, which some of the stuff we picked up lately has been amazing. Can't wait to show that off. Again, I run a laser engraving business on the side in my spare time. We did a live today. I've been informed that what we did today was not right. It's too big, so I had to make it again. That's always exciting.
Okay.
But yeah, you do what you do. So Poppin in the Show Me State and Poppin, Missouri, they both work again. And then we do have a Tuesday Night Live, myself and another Funko creator, Big Easy's House of Pops, along with Ryan. Ryan is our editor, our backstage guy, our link guy, everything. He's a part of the group. He's a part of the team. It's Let's Chat with Veterans. I'm not a veteran myself. I come from a veteran family. Big Easy is a veteran. We talk about veteran charities, stuff like that. We have some guests. This week, we're going to talk about Toys for Tots and everything they're doing for kids and families across the country. And maybe even some overseas organizations that help out with that. So, going to be
Awesome. Definitely a fantastic channel to check out. Check out Let's Chat with Veterans every Tuesday night. All the things that Charles just mentioned regarding his links and socials will be down in the description. After the live stream, you can check it out. You can go and click the links and go and follow him and stalk him over on the internet. He did mention that he isn't a veteran. He's from a veteran family. We kind of cover all bases with Let's Chat with Veterans because Elam did serve. Charles's family has served. And I was grown up and being told that the army was bad and all that kind of stuff. So we have all bases covered. And believe it or not, I'm becoming a very patriotic veteran lover, and it's a nice journey that we're going on. So definitely, if you could, spare 10 minutes of your week, click that link in the description.
Definitely appreciate it. We're building every week towards a milestone, and so it's exciting. Definitely
indeed. Right, guys, that's about it. My name has been Ryan, and today I've been joined by Charles from Poppin, Missouri, and this was our Saturday night main event immediate after show reaction. We had one person in the chat, 2 people in the chat. We had Darth Ginger, massive shout out to not Darth Ginger. I don't know why I call you that, Danger Ginger. I do apologize. I've done it a couple of times, and I don't know why. I just instantly go to Darth.
Yeah.
Danger Ginger. So thank you very much for speaking and being in the chat. And also a massive shout out to All Things Wrestling Podcast, Michael, over at ATWP and the creator of Media Moguls. Massive shout out to Media Moguls group chat. A lots are coming on this channel, guys. As always, stay tuned to the Wrestle Realm. If you have something that you would like me to react to, if you have a favorite wrestling match or a favorite moment in wrestling history that you think that Scottish guy, well, not Scottish, the guy that lives in Scotland with the big ginger beard, maybe he could watch my favorite wrestling match. Or even if you've wrestled yourself, if you have, I want to see it, because that would be even better. I love watching indie, like, you know, grassroots wrestling. So definitely reach out and let me know about that. As I said, stay forward and stay tuned for New Year's Day for the video at the start of the year. And then we are going to be on the literal WWE train that is called Netflix at January 6th. We're going to be here. We're going to be there. We're going to be everywhere. Guys, as always, as Charles usually says, be a decent human being. Do one good thing for somebody. And we'll see you later. I haven't got an outro on here yet, so we will just click a button. But yeah, guys, good night.
Thanks for being here. Love you all. Bye.